Hey guys, so I hope you're all doing well. So I have a very exciting video to film for you guys today, and that is because I have my May Ipsy Glam bag. I already filmed and uploaded my Glam Bag X for the month of May, so if you are curious about that subscription, you can check that video out. But I received this Ipsy subscription later than that one, so I'm just going to kind of roll it into my Boxycharm video. So for Boxycharm, I have my base box and my premium box plus some add-ons that I picked up along the way. And I did want to make sure to get this video up by Monday because Boxycharm is doing a really great Memorial Day sale in their pop-up shop. So for Boxycharm subscribers, you can get $10 off your $40 order, $15 off your $50 order, or $25 off of your $75 order. So you're getting that additional savings on some already great discounts. And at the end of this video, I will do kind of like a screen capture, scrolling through the items in the add-on store and giving you some of my opinions about some of the products. And I will show you some of the items I've purchased that you can still purchase in the pop-up shop. So make sure to check that out. And if you are not already a Boxycharm subscriber, I will have a link down below where you can use my referral link to sign up if you'd like. So that is a lot to cover, but we'll go ahead and talk about my Ipsy subscription. So this is the Ipsy Glam bag for May, and the item I chose was the Complex Culture All Over Shadow Brush. And if you have been watching my videos for a while, you're probably sick of me talking about how I'm slowly collecting items from Complex Culture to do a full face of Complex Culture. And I recently discovered that Complex Culture was actually founded by Ipsy. It's an Ipsy brand, which makes sense in retrospect because there are a lot of Complex Culture products that show up in all of the bags and in their flash sales and their shop and everything like that. But when you go to the Complex Culture site, which you can purchase from independently of Ipsy, it doesn't say anything about Ipsy, so you wouldn't know just based on that. But anyway, I found that their brushes in particular are really nicely made synthetic brushes. They have a nice kind of rubberized gray handle and this nice gold ferrule, and then very soft synthetic bristles. So as I mentioned, this is the All Over Shadow Brush, and I did go ahead and purchase the only brush that I didn't already have from Complex Culture's website because they were having a Memorial Day sale where things were like 20% off. So once I receive that brush, I believe the collection will be complete and I will finally be able to film that video because I just didn't know how long I would have to wait for that like last brush to show up on the Ipsy website. So anyway, again, that is the All Over Shadow Brush, and that is what I selected. And next up is the Jersey Shore Lip Balm, which I did apply before doing my makeup today. And it felt really nice and hydrating. This has organic sunflower oil, organic beeswax, so it's not vegan, organic flavor, organic coconut oil, mixed tocopherols, which is an ingredient I don't think I've seen before, but tocopherol I believe is vitamin E, organic rosemary extract, organic calendula extract, and organic stevia, and this says it is cruelty-free. So I think I've seen Catherine McCarty talk about this brand of lip balms quite a bit. This is the first one I've received, and it felt really nice on the lips, but the scent of it is very much like, what was that brand of bubblegum? If I can find a picture of what I'm thinking of, I'll insert a picture, but it's that kind of like watermelon flavored bubblegum that I remember. So it has a very kind of strong, to me it smells artificial, but I guess it's like organic flavor, whatever that means. So if you like that kind of strong watermelon scent, you might really like this lip balm. Next up we have the Mammond Oil to Foam Cleanser. This is 25 ml or 0.84 fluid ounce. And I think I've gotten samples of this before, but I've never actually tried it. And I completely forgot that I have a little pamphlet. So let's see, the Jersey Shore lip balm, this is full size and it retails for $10. The brush is full size and this is supposed to retail for $18. This cleanser is a deluxe sample and the full size of this is 175 ml, so 7 times this size, and that would retail for $21. And then next up we have the Beauty Crop Stuck On You Eyeshadow Primer. And this is supposed to be a full size and this would retail for $16.50. So I did use this today and, you know, in the last 20 minutes or so, I don't see any creasing. It did crease a little bit before I set it with an eyeshadow, but that's not sort of weird or atypical for me. So it is a very kind of sheer color. So I think if you did have like a deeper complexion, it wouldn't be too opaque on you. And that's kind of a blessing and a curse depending on your preferences. Like if you're my skin tone and you want something a little bit more opaque to really kind of make the eyeshadows pop and make sure to cancel out any kind of redness or veins or freckles or whatever. But to me, it's fairly similar in performance to the Fenty Beauty primer that I enjoy using. So I don't think it would be kind of as opaque as like the, I think Gerard Cosmetics or P. Louise or any of those, but for what I tend to use, it would be fine. And that is also full size. And then finally I have the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana Cream. This is a deluxe sample that is, so this is 25 milliliters and the full size is 240 milliliters. So roughly 10 times this size, I guess. And the full size does retail for $45. And I don't recall if I've gotten samples of this before. I just remember when this first came out and everyone talked about how it smelled like buttered popcorn, like in a bad way. And I can kind of see where that came from. I think they've reformulated this, so they kind of, I guess, corrected for that. But it does have that kind of like coconutty, buttery type smell to it, which I don't hate. So I don't know if I've actually gotten a sample of this before. It says it's supposed to have notes of coconut, orchid, and toasted praline. So very nice addition to this bag. Initially I wasn't too excited by it, but I think, you know, with the brush and the other like full-size products in here, they actually did a pretty decent job. It says it's valued at $50 plus. And I believe the Ipsy Glam bag, the base one, is like $12 a month, so I would say I definitely got my money's worth. And I also got a couple of add-ons. So I think both of these were around $3. I got another one of the blemish patches. These are the hydrocolloid spot treatments. There's 36 in here. And then I also got the Olaplex number 3 hair perfector. So as I often say, like, I think you kind of have to take into account with subscriptions what your subscription allows you access to. So of course you want to get your money's worth and your value for the actual subscription that you're paying for, but then with all these other kind of pop-ups and add-ons and that sort of thing, like, you can really score some great deals in addition to that. Oh, and I didn't even talk about the bag. So it is a very kind of cute little kind of pleather type material with this, I think this is supposed to be like a peony print, this light pink and floral pattern. It has like a rose gold zipper on it that says Ipsy. And then on the inside you just have like a solid pink lining with a little Ipsy patch. I think based on what I understand from the Ipsy Glam Bag X subscription, like, this pattern I think was designed in collaboration with Khloe Kardashian, because she was the like influencer, curator, whatever, of the Glam Bag X for this month. So I think like the same pattern is on the Glam Bag Plus bag, which I don't receive when I receive the Glam Bag X. So normally those two bags kind of mirror each other. But then I think there was also like the Ricky mirror That was an option for the Glam Bag X, and I think that was where it said that Khloe Kardashian like helped design that pattern or whatever. Anyway, that is the bag. Okay, so that was it for Ipsy. So let's move on to Boxycharm. And my base box, you know, suffered a little bit of a mishap, I think, in transit. And this is also, I think, one of the smallest boxes I've ever received for a Boxy subscription. So let's see what we have here. Of course, I already know. So the first item is what I'm wearing as my highlighter, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand, and I have the shade Sunbeam. So this is the item I selected. So with your base Boxycharm, I believe you can select one item, and this is the one I picked. I think this box retails for $25 a month, if I'm not mistaken. So you are supposed to get, I think, only full-size items. And the only reason I say that is because you can't really compare this to like the Ipsy Glam Bag, because it's just like a different price point and different promises and that sort of thing. But anyway, this is the Tarte Shape Tape, and the theme for the month is Flourish, so very flowery. And it says, an instant eye lift in a tube. Sheer liquid brighteners let your skin come through to deliver a natural, lit from within, youthful glow. Diamond Complex delivers a soft focused finish, includes removable sponge for on-the-go blending. So I was thinking that you would, I guess, use the sponge, you know, attached, and then you could just remove it to clean. But I guess you can pull the whole thing out just to blend out if you care to do that. So I just have this on as a highlighter, and I think it's a really pretty kind of more natural liquid highlighter. It says instant eye lift. I think you're supposed to be able to use this underneath your eyes, but I don't know. Let's see if I blend it out. I'll have to try it. Just looking at it, it seems to be a little bit more reflective than maybe I would enjoy, but it's an interesting product and I don't mind having it. Initially I was kind of like, I don't know about this. Okay, so next up we have the Hey Honey Come Clean Propolis and Minerals Facial Scrub. And it says it's a rich exfoliating Dead Sea salt scrub designed to be gentle enough for even the most sensitive skin. Dead Sea crystalline beads buff away dead skin cells, rehydrate the skin, and restore depleted minerals. The result is clearer, smoother, and brighter skin, and this is supposed to retail for $29. So, comes in a tube like so, and let's see what this looks like. It does have a seal on it. Okay, so it's very thick, and see how it feels on the back of the hand. I'm not normally one for like super gritty face scrubs. This feels a little rough to me. Like, this feels more like the texture of something I would use on my legs. It has a nice scent to it. I don't know if it's fragranced. It does have salicylic acid in it. Yeah, I don't, oh, it does have fragrance. Okay. It has like a almost like fruity smell to it, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that for my legs. Using that on my face just seems like it would be a bad idea. And that is 2.2 fluid ounce, so maybe a good like travel size scrub because it would be kind of contained and easy to use. Okay, so that is the second product. The third product is the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This retails for $30, and it says it's formulated with coconut water and other superfood ingredients. This complexion enhancing moisturizer instantly brightens, hydrates, and smooths while helping blur the appearance of pores. The result is beautiful, healthy looking skin when worn alone, and long-lasting makeup when used as a prep step. And again, this retails for $30. This is 1.7 fluid ounce. I did have one of these already, which is what I used today, and it looks like it's the exact same size. I thought this might have been bigger because the box makes it look like there might be a bigger tube in there, but I guess not. So I'll go ahead and swatch a little bit for you. It has a slight kind of like pearlescence to it, but nothing like too crazy. It's not gonna like look glittery or anything. It does have a scent to it, but again, I'm not sure if it's fragrance. But anyway, I've tried a lot of First Aid beauty products. I tend to like a lot of their products, and I think this is what I would typically use before I got the Glossier Future Dew, which I think just has a little bit more of that kind of luminosity to it. But this is a nice product, and I don't think it's a bad thing to include in the box. Okay, speaking of bad things to include in the box, we got another Trestique product. Okay, so this is the Trestique Brow Pencil and Brow Gel in the shade Latte. It says it's refillable, which is interesting. So it says it's a triangular shaped pencil on one side and a built-in gel on the other. The super sleek brow pencil defines, sculpts, and sets in seconds. The angled tip defines brows and gently fills in sparse areas, while the flexible tinted gel sets hairs in place, and it's refillable. So Trestique is one of those brands that I really only seem to see in subscription boxes, but this is supposed to retail for $26. I do always think it's cute how their products look like little pencils, and you have the brow pencil on this side. It has that kind of angled tip to it, like I think some Anastasia products and Hourglass products have. And then you have this little brow gel on this side. I don't really enjoy this for a couple reasons. I think the pencil is fine. I just don't tend to use brow pencils all that often, really. And it does feel very kind of rough and hard on my hand, but when I was using it in my brows, I wasn't applying it to kind of bare skin, so it didn't kind of bother me as much. But what I do find strange is that the tone of the pencil and the brow gel are just completely different. So you can see the pencil is much cooler toned and neutral, and then you have a very kind of warm gel. So I just find it odd that they would put those together. I think it looks fine in my brows. I just don't know that I would reach for this over like the Anastasia brow gel or the Kosas or the Benefit Gimme Brow. I think as far as like taking up space in a makeup bag, you know, all of these options take up less space. If you are the type to use both a pencil and a gel and the colors work for you, then this might be a great product, but I'm just not kind of blown away by it. So that is the Trestique product. And then the last product I'm also kind of meh about. Another brand that I see mostly in subscription boxes. This is the Bella Pierre Mini Kabuki Brush. It says, this best-selling brush is perfect for all-over mineral foundation application. This super soft, dense brush distributes product evenly and quickly, making it a staple for any makeup routine. It can also be used with powder or to blend face makeup for a more natural look. Cruelty-free, made with 100% synthetic fibers that will not shed. And this is supposed to retail for $20. And again, this isn't really a type of brush that I use in my makeup application. It feels nice and soft, so if you like this kind of little stubby kabuki brush, then you might like it, but I don't know. I don't think this is anything really that special. Okay, so, you know, I already had one of those products, which I'm not even really using currently, but now I have a backup. The Hey Honey Scrub I can use as a leg scrub. I don't think I would spend $29 for 2.2 ounces of a body scrub, but at least I can get some use out of it. And then the Tarte Shape Tape, that retails for $27, so I guess it's nice to try out. You know, Tarte always does so many sales that I wasn't dying to try that product, and even if I were, I would probably wait to see when Tarte had a sale kind of thing. I wouldn't say this is the best Boxycharm that I've ever gotten. And my code or whatever is C2105037-BA. So like I said, not my favorite. I wouldn't say I didn't get my money's worth, but it's close. Okay, so let's talk about Premium. All right, so Premium came in a much larger box, and we have the usual foam and everything in it. Again, the theme is Flourish. And this was strange because I got another similar type of primer. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. And I also had this already in my collection. So I think this is the travel size. This is 0.68 fluid ounce and this is 1.35 fluid ounce. So at least I got, I guess, a bigger size. So you can see the difference there. And again, this is a product I had used, obviously not a holy grail because I haven't been using it lately. But again, it's just like a nice, like if you want to add some extra hydration to your face before you apply makeup, it's a nice one. I actually probably should toss this because it's a little old. So, and that way maybe it is good to get the new one. Anyway, so that was fine. It was just kind of strange to get both primers in this box. Okay, so this is supposed to retail for $35, which is basically the cost of the box. Oh, and I did actually choose this item because I guess the other options were just not that exciting. So I didn't know that I would be getting the First Aid Beauty primer, but this is one that I selected. Okay, the other item I selected was the Bloom Effects Royal Tulip Nectar. This is 80 grams, 2.82 ounces, and this retails for $65, so quite pricey. And it says with compliments, XO Bloom Effects. So this is definitely, I think, specially packaged for Boxycharm, or for promotional uses otherwise. But I was curious to try this. It's a very pretty glass jar, and I'd actually heard about this brand before. I forget where I first heard about it, but I purchased their like cheek tint because it was one of the Allure Best of winners, and it showed up in, I think, the FabFitFun store. So it's a little bit more liquidy than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like a really kind of thick, rich product. Oh, that's weird. It's almost like a jelly, like an oily jelly. It doesn't smell like a lot. But yeah, I was happy to try this out. And one thing I did want to mention about Boxycharm as well, I'm not sure if you'll be able to access the page without being a Boxycharm subscriber. But if you can find a promotional code that Boxycharm has by virtue of using these brands in their box, you can usually use that code on those external sites, and there's no like verification method to make sure that you're actually a Boxycharm subscriber. Same with FabFitFun. They usually have like special percentage off codes with their like partners that they have in their box for that season or month or whatever. So yeah, so if you go down to the bottom here, it says visit boxycharm.com/promotions. So you can type that in and see if you can access that page without being signed in. But anyway, I know that there is a code for Bloom Effects, but the thing about this brand that kind of sets it apart is that they use ingredients derived from tulips. It says powered by our proprietary Dutch tulip complex. So you can see my hand does look nice and moisturized and kind of has a sheen to it, but it's, I think, pretty much sunk in to my hand. So I am very curious about this brand and kind of exploring it further. Tulips happen to be my favorite flower, so there's that. And I think I have some Dutch like ancestry way back. I think my brother did like the what is it called, 23andMe or whatever the other ones are called, and it showed like some Dutch. He's very tall like I am. He's like 6'4" maybe, so no surprise that we have some Dutch in our bloodline. And my sister-in-law's sister-in-law is also Dutch, like actually born in the Netherlands, and she married an American and moved here. So anyway, so I feel a bit of an affinity for this brand, and yeah, they seem to be generating some buzz. So I was pleasantly surprised to see this brand in the box. And as I mentioned, that was the other item that I chose. Okay, next up we have the Audacity, I think it's called, B-L-C, Pimples, Black Cumin, and Kajaput Serum Concentrate. This has an MSRP of $36, and it says, formulated especially for problem skin, this potent serum helps to reduce the appearance of blemishes. It's so concentrated that 2 to 3 drops morning and night is all you need to awaken skin's beauty. Black cumin oil helps purify the skin, promoting a more smooth and clear appearance. Kajaput, whatever that is, supports a fresh and clean complexion, visibly free of blemishes. And it looks like it is black cumin oil, Kajaput leaf/twig oil. I'll have to look up that to see what it is. Vitamin E, I think that's it. So, I'm curious about this. So, little jar like this. This is 0.17 ounces or 5 ml. I guess I'll put this on the other hand. Okay, so that is what it looks like, just kind of a light yellow. It kind of smells like a mix of like rosemary and tea tree. Okay, I'll have to do some more kind of research into that to see if it's something that might be irritating. You know, I don't have like super problematic skin, but occasionally I do get, you know, the odd blemish, so especially going into summer, it might be a good idea to incorporate this into my skincare routine. And that's not a product I probably would have picked up or thought out on my own, but since I have it, you know, I'll try it out, I guess. Okay, so next up we have, and I'll try to wipe off any residual oil on my hands. Next up we have the Grown Alchemist Body Cream. This is $26, and this is the mandarin and rosemary leaf scent, I guess. It says a deeply hydrating body cream formulated with potent bioactive ingredients that noticeably nourish, moisturize, and soothe dry skin to visibly restore skin elasticity and suppleness. And if you watched my FabFitFun videos, you might have seen me haul this in one of those. It has like a metal tube. This is the same size, yeah, 4 ounces. And the reason I'm showing you the one I have is so that I can put this one in a giveaway. So this has one of those kind of lids that you like puncture the tube with. It smells nice. I haven't actually used it all that much. I just know that I have like so many body lotions and creams that the odds of me like using this up are slim, at least anytime soon. So I thought I would share the wealth and let you guys try it. All right, so that is it for the 4th item. Next up we have the La Roche Beauty On The Go set, and this is supposed to retail for $96, which I think, like everyone has said, seems a bit crazy. It has 3 brushes, and I know there are a lot of La Roche brush sets in the pop-up store right now, so if you are a fan of these brushes or if you're curious about them, make sure to check that out. They feel really, oh, I didn't use this highlighter brush, but then I just used a cream highlighter. Anyway, they do feel really nice and soft. I believe these are synthetic, so they feel well made. I just don't know if I need any more brushes in my life, to be honest, but I used this little angled one to apply a gel eyeliner. So I didn't use the kabuki brush to apply my foundation because I just kind of forgot about it, and then I used a sponge. And like I said, I didn't use the highlighter brush, but they all feel very nice. So again, that's not a bad thing to have. It says, get ready to cover all the basics with this set. This 3-piece set comes with a dense domed brush for foundation or contour, a powder brush for highlighter or blush, and a small, dense angled brush for eyeliner or eyebrows. And they just came in this like little kind of paper pouch, I guess it is. I would hope that if you did spend $96, you would get a little bit nicer presentation, but it says these are vegan, cruelty-free, hypoallergenic, designed in California, and made in China. So those are the LaRouche brushes. And then finally I have this little MAC single eyeshadow, which I thought was kind of an interesting addition to this. This is supposed to retail for $20, and this is the Powder Kiss Soft Matte Eyeshadow. It says, meet the velvet comfort you love on your lips, now for your lids. Enwrap eyes with Pillow Soft matte color using soft focus filter technology that delivers a beautifully diffused blurring effect. The highly blendable, luxurious formula smooths onto lids with unbelievable slip. Its exclusive cream matrix formula allows for an ultra creamy, exceptionally soft and gliding texture. Okay, so I haven't played with this product at all. This is in the shade Ripened. I wish MAC would make their little pot so that you could pop the shadow out. I know you can depot them, but then you can't really put them back in the package. So I guess it's better to have it in a little compact like this than just have the loose pan, because I'm sure some people would find that annoying if they didn't have like a C palette or something to put it in. This just feels like a matte shadow to me. I don't see anything like all that remarkable about it, to be honest. Seems to blend nicely, but I don't know. So seeing as how this is a matte single, I probably won't get a lot of use out of it, but I think MAC is still a solid brand to put in these subscription boxes, even if they're kind of like not as hip as they used to be, I guess. Okay, so that is it for the 2 boxes, and now I have some add-ons to show you. So I think I have the add-ons that I picked out in April that came around the time of my May boxes, and then I just got the add-ons that I picked out in the most recent round, which I think was kind of grouped with the June boxes. So I think I have 2 rounds of add-ons to show you, just FYI. Okay, so the first one is the House Laboratories Glam Room No. 1 palette, and this is called Fame, I guess is the name of the palette. So it has kind of cheap black plastic packaging, but it does have kind of an interesting lid. I don't think it's so, I mean, it's more bulky than it could be, but I think it does add some interest to it, and I don't think it's going to be too difficult to store. It does have just a kind of snap closure, has a nice big mirror that does either stay up or fold flat. And those are the shades. So I do like the color story. The shades are on the back. So it looks like you get, I believe, 4 mattes and 6 shimmers. It does say it's made in the US, which does kind of surprise me, actually. I was expecting it to be made in China. It does have a 12-month shelf life, and the first ingredient is talc, and then all the other, I guess, usual eyeshadow ingredients. So I'm wearing this on my lid. I have this shade, this cream shade, this light brown matte, the darker matte, I think, and then this one kind of on the inner half of my lid. And I think it's a nice palette for people who might be a little bit newer to makeup, because it's not as pigmented as some other shadows, so you don't have to kind of work as hard to blend them. So yeah, so I'm not like over the moon about this palette, but I was curious about it, so I picked it up. So I also picked up the Dose of Colors eyeliner in the shade Teddy. And I think I mentioned this in my last Boxycharm video, because I got that like green eyeliner, and I mentioned seeing this in the add-on store. This, however, I believe is a little bit more pink toned than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be more of a brown. I guess it's like a rosy brown. I wonder if I could use this on my lips. This seems like it would be a good lip liner color. But anyway, that is the shade there. So I guess I can make that work. It's just, like I said, a little bit more rosy and less brown than I thought it would be. Very nice kind of consistency though, very creamy. And then I got 2 of these Natasha Denona Ayana palettes. Like I mentioned, I got the colored one in my last Boxycharm, and I did want the more neutral one. So I picked up one for myself, and I got a second one for you guys. So that will be going into the giveaway as well. I'm not sure. I was going to do the giveaway in this video, but I feel like it's going to be so long already that I'll save it for next month maybe. But anyway, be on the lookout for that. So this is a very nice neutral Natasha Denona palette. This is the 5-pan, like larger 5-pan that she does, and it has little holes on the back, so you can like pop these out and put them into another palette if you wanted to. And I have, I think, a bit of the like darker matte brown kind of in the outer corner, and then I used some of this shade in the middle, kind of on the outer half of the lid. So from what I can tell so far, you know, the usual Natasha Denona quality. I know a lot of people got this in their box last month, so I'm sure there are a lot of videos of people talking about that one. And then finally, I got the Pharmacy Honey Grail Face Oil. This is 1 fluid ounce. I forget how much I paid for this. Ipsy and Boxycharm are both kind of annoying in that it's hard to figure out what the prices of the add-ons are just based on your like email confirmation. But anyway, I don't think this was too expensive, otherwise I wouldn't have probably picked it up. This is, I think, just a nice face oil, and it does say here made exclusively for Boxycharm on the back. So I think this was an option in one of the boxes, or it was like a variation you could have gotten. So I do like a lot of pharmacy products. Again, you know, just kind of an oil texture. I think it smells like honey, which is not like my favorite scent in the world. Yeah, I think it smells like honey. So if you either love that or hate it, just be aware of that. I can handle it. I'm not like totally averse to it, but it does, I believe, have honey in it, which obviously it says Honey Grail. Yeah, honey extract, propolis extract, royal jelly extract. It does say it's cruelty free, but again, I don't think this would be vegan. It does also have flavor. It has limonene, linalool, rosemary. Yeah, if you have super sensitive skin, this might not be the best product, but if you just want, you know, some extra hydration, you might enjoy that. Okay, so that was it for round 1 of the add-ons. All right, so round 2, which is the more recent round, if you will, I got the Ciate Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island, I think it was. And I picked this up because Mallory Brooke just talked about it in like a bronzer video. And again, it was kind of like for the price, like I don't mind picking it up and trying it. This is what I'm wearing on my face today, so I think this shade does work well for very pale skin. So if you do have pale skin and want like a lighter, warmer bronzer, then this is a nice one. The packaging feels a little cheap, but it's not terrible. Okay, so that was the first thing. The second thing I got was the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Lipid Boost 360i, and I just showed you an empty one of these in my skincare empties. Anyway, this is just a really nice eye cream. I think this is currently in the pop-up shop, so if you are interested in trying it, make sure to check that out. I think it's like $9 or something, so very affordable considering it normally retails for like $45 or something. So I really do enjoy that. So next up I have the Ellis Brooklyn Sci-Fi Eau de Parfum, and I mostly just got this because it looks cool. I'm kind of a nerd and into sci-fi. I'm not like the most into sci-fi, but I do enjoy it. Something about this brand's like style and everything just kind of draws me in. Let's go ahead and spray this. And I will read you the notes for it. It's very unique to my collection. I don't think I have anything else that really resembles this. I tend to gravitate towards a lot of like floral scents, especially rose scents, so this one is quite unique. So this is currently $12 in the add-on store, the Ellis Brooklyn. And it says the top notes are bergamot and bitter orange, the mid is green tea and pink freesia, and the dry down is cashmere woods and vanilla bean. So it is very interesting. It says otherworldly, unique, and stunning. Sci-Fi will change what you know about vanilla-based fragrances. This sexy yet intelligent scent blends vanilla beans with citrus, florals, and the unexpected jolt of green tea in an addictive combination that will have you smelling your wrist all day. By taking the known but combining in an innovative way, Sci-Fi is like stellar science fiction, familiar yet attractively futuristic. I think what really stands out to me most is like the vanilla and the green tea, and then the bergamot and pink freesia are kind of rounding it out. So yeah, so I don't think I would ever like go through a full size of that, but it is quite different. And they do have some other ones from Ellis Brooklyn. They have Patchouli, West, and Myth. Myth is in the Hydra Parfum variety. I'm not sure exactly what that indicates. Let's see, since I am looking up these other products. Okay, so the Skin Fix, like I said, is $9. The Ciate London Bronzer is also $9. Okay, so I think that's all the products that I've talked about so far. The next two, I believe, are out of stock. So I went ahead and picked up the Ciate London Miss Piggy Sponge, just because it's funny and it was cheap. So this is out of stock, but I don't know. I just picked that up on a whim. And the last thing I got is the Amika The Cure Intense Repair Mask. This is the 2 fluid ounce size, which is out of stock. But they do have the 16 ounce size, the full size, that is in stock for $24. And I did pick that up after trying this in the shower today. It does have the kind of, I guess, signature Amika scent, so if you are familiar with that and enjoy it, that is also in this product. So it was a nice thick mask. It says an intensive, rich, weekly treatment that instantly repairs and resuscitates dry, damaged, and overstressed hair. And due to my kind of hair texture, and I do highlight it, but I think it's more just my hair texture and just, you know, being a little bit drier or whatever. I do tend to use a hair mask in lieu of like a normal conditioner because my hair can like handle a lot of product. So yeah, so I enjoyed using this, and like I said, because I was able to try it out, I decided to go ahead and purchase the full size. Okay, so that is it for my May Ipsy and Boxycharm extravaganza. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I've received and purchased through like the add-ons and pop-up shops. So without further ado, I'll show you the application of some of these products. Okay, so let's start off with the primer, and I have 2 different primers to choose from. These are both primers I already had in my collection, so I don't think they're the same size. But I have the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. This is the 20 ml or 0.68 fluid ounce size. And then I also have the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And this is the 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounce size. So I'll go ahead and swatch both of these. So as you can see, I think the First Aid Beauty one has a little bit more like pearlescence to it, and the Too Faced is just a little bit more of a kind of like moisturizer in texture. So I think I'll use the First Aid Beauty just to kind of give my skin a little bit more luminosity to it. So lately I've been using the Glossier Future Dew as my like primer type product, but I did use this product quite a bit before I switched to that one. So I think it has a very light fragrance to it, but it's pretty pleasant. So it says no artificial fragrance. So it definitely has a scent to it, but I'm not sure what is giving it the scent. So going in next with my Charlotte Tilbury corrector. And I don't think I used my eye drops, so I'll go ahead and do that, hopefully without making a huge mess. I'm not great about applying eye drops. Okay, and while I think of it, I will apply this Jersey Shore Moisture Rich Hydrating Balm in the scent Watermelon, just to keep my lips hydrated. It does have, it kind of smells like watermelon gum. It feels really nice, but I don't know if I love kind of the scent of it. We'll see if my husband wants to use that. Okay, so I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation and my Beauty Blender. Really enjoy the finish on this foundation. Okay, and then I'm going to try out one of the samples of the Kosas Revealer Concealer that I got. I've already purchased the shade 1.5C, which is this shade here. And I think I want to try the shade 0.5 Neutral, which is the lightest shade, because I'm just not sure if I love this shade on me. So Kosas recently launched this like try at home type program. You spend somewhere around $3 or $5 for a sample, and then you get that money back in credit to purchase other items on their website. So unfortunately that credit is only good for a certain amount of time. So I do need to kind of try this out to see if I like this shade. I mean, I'll probably end up purchasing it if it seems to be working a little bit better. I think this neutral shade does lean a little bit yellow, but even though I am more neutral to cool toned, I find that having a concealer that is a little bit more yellow toned does usually work, because it does some color correcting, even though I use a color corrector anyway. But it does do some additional color correcting to kind of conceal the blue, whatever, purple undertones underneath my eyes. So I guess I'll go ahead and swatch this shade, which again is 0.5 Neutral. I need to find a way to kind of preserve what's left in the little sample, because they do give you like a generous amount of product. And then this is the shade 1.5C. So you can see there's quite a difference. And I wonder if I kind of mix those together. I might play around with doing that. So the other shades in this little sample are 1 Neutral, 1.5C, which is what I have, and then 2W. So 1 Neutral used to be the lightest shade that they offered, but now they have more. I think I do need to set this concealer. I like the texture of it. It reminds me a bit of the Tarte Radiant Creaseless Concealer, which might have a better shade match for me. All right, so using my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I guess I'll go ahead and powder the cheek area where I plan to apply bronzer. Okay, so let's go in with the brow product. This is the Trestique Brow Pencil and Brow Gel in the shade Latte, which hopefully won't be too dark. So it looks like a pencil, like most of Trestique's products do. And there is a kind of angled brow pencil on one side. It feels very kind of hard.